Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live, powered by Cinemalinks.com, and this is the figure review of the Transformers Masterpiece MP32 Optimus Primal. Beast Wars was my jam. I mean, after, not having Transformers for so long, Beast Wars was my favorite cartoon. The stories were great, the animation models were great, and yes, they were beasts, they weren't my traditional Transformers, truck not monkey, but still, I loved this show. So to find out that Takara Tomy was actually making Masterpiece Transformers in the Beast Wars style, it really appealed to me. I mean, the first protos I saw of this, I knew I was going to have it. Now, forward, I could not find where my original Optimus Primal is. I don't know. I looked, I thought it was one place, but it's not. So I won't have it to compare for this video. But I do have some other things. I think this is a newer design, so we can go ahead and just use this. So anyway, it's a great figure. I love it. It's awesome. If they're going to continue to do this, I can't wait for Cheetor. And please, buy the Allspark. Give me a decent Dinobot. I won't go on, but yes, a Dinobot. Like this, a Dinobot, please. Because I feel he's never gotten a good figure. Anyway, that's enough of fanboy whine. And let's take a look at the box he comes in. He's got Transformers Masterpiece. You got the, I forget what that symbol is, what it actually says. I think it just says Beast Wars. Anyway, look at the monkey. Look at the robot. Takara Tomy. You got the eye back there like the classic Beast Wars packaging. MP32 Convoy Cybertron Leader. You got Beast Wars 2. I'm not sure. I forget where Beast Wars falls and Neo and everything. You got that on the side. You've got Transformers Masterpiece on the top. On the other side, you've got his robot mode and his two swords. On the bottom, a bunch of other stuff. On the back, you've got a lot of detail. Everything this figure can do. A couple of character models. The faces, the jets, his blasters. I mean, this thing is just chock full of stuff. I'm so glad I bought it. Now look, this thing had a hefty price tag. Let's not front. I thought it was a little bit much, but when you get down to the mechanics of everything, it's very good. It's a little bit smaller, but we're going to get into that. So here he is, and just look at that face. Look at that face. Just this body style. None of this is textured. This is all paint. And I kind of worry about some of the parts rubbing together. He's even got, kind of an ape navel there. Yes, he does have some panels, but I think he covers everything up very well. The hands, I don't like how these sit. But I mean, the original toy was like that, so I can't, complain too much. The back does have these white legs here, but, we're not looking at the butt of our Transformers. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you like looking at some Primal butt. Now, there's one thing I like to get out of the way. I don't know what this does. I don't know why this peg is here. If somebody knows why this peg is here, please let me know. It could be for Rat Trap, maybe, but, whatever. If it's meant for Rat Trap to sit on his back, then that'd be awesome. We'll try that. We'll try that in a bit, because I actually have Rat Trap over here, but he doesn't have any peg down there, but we'll see. So anyway, that is a look at the figure. He's very good. Now, he comes with several accessories. One of them I thought I was getting. I got this guy from Toy Dojo. I guess I needed to pre-order to get the mace, because I don't have the little die-cast mace that comes in the little banana crate, which I really wanted, so. Now, if you look at the face, he does have interchangeable. He does have this kind of happier face. And he has this very pissed off face. And to change those out, you just go to the figure, pull that off, and then replace it. You just got two pegs here, go inside. And you can put on the angry face. I tried to show off as many as I could in the opening scenes. Tried to use a different one. He does have quite a bit of posability in this form. You can get the head going side to side and up, and there's a reason we can do that later too. The arms will go all the way around and go out about that far. The legs, they don't move far right here, but what you can do is flip up this butt here and detach this part. If you look inside, there's like this little slot that goes in here. Now what you can do is take these legs and bring them down. I'm worried about them scraping right here. But the paint seems to be of a different quality, so it doesn't seem like it's going to scrape. I don't know, but I am worried about it because I have been playing with this guy. It's just, you know, nostalgia. Now what I do like to do is unpeg the shoulders because they do peg in here on the inside. That way you can bring these down a bit, bring the head up, and you've got Prime in his gorilla walk. And I think that's cool. I like him being able to do the gorilla walk. I mean, the other figure, the original figure, could only stand up. Well, could only do the gorilla walk, but it couldn't stand up straight. He'd always be looking straight up. Now, for a size comparison, here he is with Road Rage. Just, it's not a fair comparison because these guys are not even close to being in the scale they should be to compare them to Masterpiece Transformers. They need to be really small, and none of us wanted that. So I don't think this is actually a fair comparison. What I do think is you can take your Generations Rhinox here, and I think Rhinox should be a little bit bigger than Prime, but still, the two of them together looks really good. And also, here's Rat Trap. So I think these guys look good, and I can't wait to see how Cheetor is going to go into the mix here. I mean, if they're making Cheetor, the logical next one, please give me a Dinobot, guys. Give me a better engineered Dinobot, please. So, anyway, that's my begging, that's my pleading. Takara told me I want a Dinobot. I'll forever be your friend. Now, his other accessories. He does come with his two swords. They're very unique swords. And these are very nice. Very accurate to the Scream model. Got a nice little bit of paint there. They do peg in his robot mode. But yeah, they're very nice. They feel sturdy. I like the swords. I've always liked the swords in the show. I love when the Rat Trap was using it to like chop down bushes and stuff one time. Well, that was the episode where they had the bean plants. And he does have interchangeable faces for the robot mode, which I will show off. I'll show that off just because we've got him here. I'll show him off. I'll show one off, changing it when we change the robot mode. He's got kind of this smirking face. He's got this one that's a little bit more open. You can see one of his eyes is kind of closed a little bit more on this one. And he does have a full faceplate face, and I like this one. I like using this one for the flight mode, which I showed in the opening pictures. Now that we got all that, I mean, there is only one thing to do. We got to transform this guy. So, taking a look at this, I mean, look at that face. God, I love this figure. Anyway, we push the head back down, and I mean, we can do the top half first or the bottom half first. I like to do the top half first and then do the legs, because he always kind of transformed his top half and then change his legs. So anyway, you want to bring those up, bring the hands around to this side, take these arms, which I've already unpegged them for the transformation, take these panels and open them up, and you can see his cannons inside there. Take this backpack, if you grab right here, you can kind of pull that away. Pegs into the top of the shoulders here. You can kind of pull your fingernail underneath there and kind of pull it back a little bit if you're feeling a little bit more resistance than there should be. Leave this back. Take the front here and pull the chest away and around. So you've got it pretty open, because you want it so you can rotate this down without too much rubbage, because there is some rubbage going on here. Push that down, and his head for robot mode comes up. You want to take the belly part, kind of move it out, this portion here, and you can, they do leave you some little thumb catches right here. Take it and rotate that around. You got his robot mode chest. Take the monkey chest and shove it down in there, and it'll click into place. Give you a little cavity there. Bring the chest up, and you've got two tabs in the front of this piece that's got the head on it, and two slots here. Just marry those together. There you have his chest pretty much done. Take the backpack, rotate it around, bring it back in. You can move the guns out of the way a little bit. And those same two panels that you had, you want to click those shut again, and just, they got a tab and a slot on the inside. Close them up, and that should hold the backpack in place as he says. There you go. Now, one thing I didn't do. Take this part. Whoops. Hang on. Dang it. I like to do this beforehand. You rotate this, and you've got his jet thrusters in robot mode. So, there we go. And he clicks in very well up here. Bring the guns back down. Now the bottom half, you want to take the waist. Well, leave it down for now. Take these front pieces here, pull them off, and they will pull out a little bit from this red part here so that you can rotate them. See that gray part comes out a little bit? So you can rotate them without them rubbing too much. You want to take, well, actually I should have done this already. Take the feet and rotate them out. Take the monkey paw, bring that down, and then bring this heel section back. So once again, do that over here. Foot down, heel out. And that should make it easier to get this part in like so. As Imgo would say, second verse, same as the first. I love Imgo. A lot of people say I sound like Imgo, and I love his reviews. I do. So I don't, but I consider him my toy brother, you know, from another mother. Now, the legs pop here. They're on a double joint, and they actually tab in. This tab goes into that slot right there. And while this is out, you want to take the, well, see, you want to make sure that's out of the way, and then take the kneecaps and rotate them down so you can see the red parts. I guess you could do that now before you pull that leg off. So anyway, bring this down, and since you're on that double joint, you see you've got a little tab right here. You want to bring that forward, and it doesn't lock, but it does line up into there. So bring it down. Once you got the red knee exposed, take this panel and just bring it up, and it'll clip in. Same thing over here. Now, once you got that done, take this waist piece and lock it back in, and it'll actually tab in, and then rotate the bottom half. Nice ratchet joint there. And there you have Optimus Primal in his robot mode. And I really, really like this figure. This is so screen accurate. I've always wanted an Optimus Primal to look this. I know I've got two versions. Actually, I lost the anniversary edition. I think it was the 10-year anniversary edition. I lost that one. I know. It's a long story. But anyway, look at this guy. Look at him. I mean, that is Optimus Primal. This made me want to go watch Beast Wars again. One cool feature, push down on the head and the eyes glow. And that works with any of the other faces. It eventually fades out over time, but man, that is a great, great feature. Look at this. You got the chest piece, the nice red paint on the inside there, the darker gray. The paint apps are really good. These little red lines here, the red dots, a little bit of texture on these little lines here. The waist piece, just the colors really, really work. And once again, you do have that tab on the back. And I do want to know, does this work for Rat Trap somewhere? I don't see anywhere this would tab in. So, like I said, if somebody figures out what that's for, let me know. Maybe they're making a masterpiece Rat Trap. Maybe they are. Camera's off a little bit. So, anyway, just a really, really great designed Transformer. So getting back to the figure, so the posability on this guy, you know, I always like to start from the bottom up. So he's got some nice ankle tilts here, and I love that piston right there. It doesn't actually move on this joint, it moves at the joint up here. So, yeah, you're not going to get anything out of there. So you think of that. He does single jointed knees, but if you untab it, you can get a double joint out of there. Just got to tab it back. He's got some universal joints on the legs that go all the way out, all the way back, all the way forward. I love these red parts right here too. Makes it look like it actually is a ball joint like it was in the character model. As you saw from the transformation, he has a very, very nice ratchet joint. The arms, they can unpeg here, so you can get his arms more in the front of his body, but you're typically supposed to leave them pegged in at the shoulders. But I find that sometimes it's just kind of hard to get those in there unless you're on the right angle, or, and I don't want to break this thing, but there. Can't go all the way around. Got kind of a universal joint up here. You can get up that far, but you know, if you want to get up further, you gotta do that. The arms are double jointed. I don't like the elbow, but that is just like the original toy was. Rotations at the wrist, and 3 of his fingers are jointed together with the pointer finger like that. And oh, that's a free shot. That is a free hit on you. So I did that to the guys last week. Anyway. And like I said, accessory-wise, you can take his swords. They do have that standard kind of masterpiece peg. And what I found is that he doesn't really peg so well. Like, you got it in there, but it won't stay in too good. But the hands do come around and secure the weapon very nicely. So, there's no worries there. It's more of a guide, if anything. And, hang on. He does have his shoulder cannons, which can flip over. I like that. They seem a little small, but, you know, they work. They were kind of different from the original toy, of course, and with the character model. Also, his ears, his antenna here, they can kind of go back on this one, but I find that this one, well, it was frozen up, but now it's open. They can go all the way back, and it kind of makes me think of the old toy. Wow, I didn't know that he had a slit back there for the light pipe, well, electronic light piping, because you just push down on his head and it just opens up. I think we've shown that already. Now the other cool thing, and one that's always bugged me, the original toy kind of had a thing where this whole forearm would split open and he had his double barrel cannon. It didn't look anything like the character model. Well, this one has this little peg. You just push that up and you open this up, and there are his signature double cannons, and they just extend out like so. The flap goes back, but wait, there's more! Yes, there is more. This side also has the cannon. Now, we saw a couple times on the show where he would deploy double cannons, but this is the first time a toy has been able to do it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. That is probably the best feature, him having double. Actually, just the cannons in general is the best feature about this thing. And I said I would show off the head gimmick, so you just take that off. You just kind of got to get under the chin. They don't give you a lot of places to grab anything. Also, without the face on. Woo! He looks like a Cylon. It's like a Cylon. Anyway, you just replace that one, and there you have a full mouth plate for the episode where he went rabid, I guess is the best word you can say. And also the swords, they do have a little tab system here. You can peg that in right there. Just like the original toy. So yeah, this guy, and I love how they just go back up in there, and probably the best feature, just because I loved how it looked on the cartoon, and we never got a toy that, you know, really looked like, I know there was that Action Master line, but not Action Master. There was another line where there was a smaller Prime, and I think he had it in there, but I can't be sure because I don't have that toy. I can't even find the original one. Anyway, for comparison, since I compared him to Road Rage, here he is next to Trax. And like I said, this is not a fair comparison. This is nowhere near what it should be for the cartoon and the size of the original Beast Wars figures. Also, I have him next to MP10. Let you get a look at that. Of course, way, way out of scale. However, he does scale well with Generations Rhinox. I think Rhinox could be a little bit bigger, but I'm happy with the scale. And just for, you know, here we go. Here is Rat Trap. And I think that looks damned good. I mean, Cheetor will be represented soon. We'll get a Cheetor. Why don't we get a Dinobot? I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep harping on it. I'm the squeaky wheel. I want the grease. Give me a Dinobot. But I think these look really good together. And I don't know. I think I'm going to be creating a whole new Beast Wars shelf just because these guys look really good together. Overall, guys, I'd say get this guy. Oh, yeah, one more thing. If you saw in the opening, I had a little Tamashii stand. There is a peg underneath his crotch, underneath there. Let's not get perverted, everybody. But it does peg for a Tamashii Nation stand. So if you got a spare one, I know I have one I use just for the reviews, but yeah, if you got a spare one, you can put them into some awesome flight poses. Anyway, guys, this is a great buy. I honestly don't think they could have done this any better. Yes, I missed out on the mace weapon. I'll get it eventually. It's just a really, really good toy, especially for you Beast Wars fans. You Beast Wars fans, this is the Optimus Primal that you wanted, the one that you deserve. Anyway, guys, I'm Jason the X. Make sure you check out cinelinks.com. Check out the show. There will be a subscribe button right there. There's some other videos right over here. Make sure you check those out. Until next time, guys, I will catch you later.